here we are again. In heaven. Not cool anymore.
Welcome to Thingus from the past. It's Thingus.
We're here now to talk about nothing.
It's Wednesday. You know what that means. It's Thingus. Thingus Thursday on Wednesday.
How fun to be here tomorrow.
In heaven, there's time to discuss things like nothing.
This is
That's
absolutely
Thingus.
our deathbed discussions. We'll be talking like this on our deathbeds. We're gonna have deathbeds next to each other. I'm
Die at
imagining.
the same time.
Yeah, no, we're gonna have like the blanket is gonna be all up like to here so that our arms are just like flat against our bodies. So you'll just see our two heads singing this song together. I'm a little dark on here. More than I expected. Let me see if I can get under the lights some more. I don't think I'm gonna be playing much tonight. So I can at least look good. Where's the light? That's Thingus. Let's have more light on me. I'm ready for my close-up. Oh well. You know what? I'll just be Dark tonight. Dark Meredith. What does Dark Meredith like to talk about?
I guess we can ask Dark Meredith because we have her here.
Yeah. Well, I think Dark Meredith needs to ponder these things a bit for the darkness to truly come out.
Yeah.
In the meantime, I'll grind some weed.
Finally, the Switch 2 is here. I have been waiting so long. I've been waiting. I have been waiting for so year. Waiting for Switch 2 games of the next generation to be here. Oh, they're here. $900. Oh, fuck what I do. I cashed out all my Bitcoin too. It's not worth it. It's just trading NFTs like it's just digital.
Right. I heard the Switch 2, like the cartridge doesn't actually have anything on it. It's just like a DRM unlock key. That's evil.
I heard that. And I thought that you guys would probably be really upset about that.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not going to buy those. Like, I don't know if I'm going to buy any of this.
I mean, I'm not going to buy it unless they hack it in like 2 seconds and you could just like easily pirate everything.
Yeah, I must admit, I do grade consoles on their hackability levels at this point. The less hackable, the less I'm interested.
Well, the Wii was one of the biggest consoles, and that was very hackable.
The most hackable.
You could do it without anything special. You just had, if you had an SD card, which everyone did, because everyone had a like digital camera that took SD cards.
Right. That's how it should be. Everyone should be able to hack. Let everyone feel a little smart.
Well, it's kind of a fun hobby to like get past the, you know, like to like defeat the security on it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Children are. I feel like they're intuitively good at that. They're innately interested in doing that. And if you make it even a tiny bit straightforward how to do it, they're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Nice. Such moves. What grace.
He's back already. He's back already.
Was this the first Mario game where you could look cool doing it? No.
Does that look cool?
That looked cool. No! It wouldn't look cool to drown. He's
This
back
fucking
so fast.
demon.
He's back so fast. No! Oh my god.
Oh, God.
This game is like the ultimate tension. Like even just playing those hacks a couple weeks ago, those people knew how to do it.
Yeah.
How to simulate the feeling of just like. I never feel more like a rabbit that got away than when I'm playing this game. Would you like some of this?
Yeah.
Hold it by the basin. I found out the hard way why. The whole thing fell apart a couple weeks ago.
What? It like leaked all over you?
No, I held it by the top and the ring just cracked off of the glass.
The rig?
Yeah, see that metal ring there where it screws together?
This?
Yeah. The glass just cracked with it. Yeah.
This is good music for that.
This is good music for Mario standing there while that thing comes so close to him. Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing tonight? We're your hosts. I'm Meredith. This is my brother, Joe. We grew up together. And now, as adults, we play games every Wednesday night to recapture some of the fun, some of the stupidity, and frankly, I feel like recording every week on Thingus has been an opportunity to write brand new jokes that are fully in the continuity of the stupid jokes we were making 30 years ago. Jokes are back.
Thingus. Well, yeah, it's been a long time. It's been like 20 years since me and Meredith lived in the same town. It's been a long time, but we're still pretty in tune with each other.
It's true. It's funny how that works. Some people you fall away from and you connect with them again and you're like, what did I ever see in this person? What, were we trapped somewhere together? Or were we both being tormented by the same third person? Well, you know, that one's true for us.
Oh, shit.
No!
Change the game.
But some people, you come back together with them, it's like you never stopped hanging out. It's like you picked right up again. Even though you're both old.
Yeah, that's what James Rolfe did. He's like playing games with his neighbor from when he was a kid.
Really?
Yeah.
That's the angry video game nerd?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like an angry thing to do.
Well, I think that's kind of his problem. Like when he makes his videos, it's really hard for him to conjure up real anger anymore.
Right. I mean, it's do you think he has like totally embraced that?
What, like
That he's not the angry video game nerd anymore?
No, I mean he still makes angry video game nerd videos.
Oh yeah.
But I feel like the thing that's different is he's not quite as angry at video games these days.
He finds other things to be mad about in the real world.
He is mad about other shit, yeah. He makes a series that's like, you know what's bullshit? Plastic bags, or, you know, something like that.
Right. Things that boring adults are angry about.
Oh my god, I have so many bugs.
Oh my god.
I don't need these bugs.
Bugs.
You're free.
Can you free them?
Free them into the volcano. The volcano needs bugs too.
Right, it's like when the rat frees you in that cellar and runs away.
No.
And you die.
Yeah, that rat like saved you and you still died.
You still died, but she went off like, oh, I'm such a good person. I'm gonna tell my children what I did.
Brags about it for the rest of her life.
Yeah, for the next 2 years, which is the rest of her life. You know, I think that's why I've never gotten a rat.
Because of that game.
Because I found out how long rats live. Like, I heard for years how smart they are, and how you can bond with them.
Yeah.
You can put a rat in your pocket and he'll just hang out there.
Yeah.
Right? So 2 things prevented me from getting a rat. One, that I heard that the boys are the most like personable, but they also have giant balls.
Oh.
And I didn't know if I wanted to look at the balls every day. Look, it's not their fault.
Yeah.
I just didn't know if that's what I wanted out of the pet experience. And then, you know, the other reason, when I'd gotten over the balls, the other reason was that they only live like 5 years. Like, you're gonna love that thing like a dog or a cat, and you only get 5 years. You'll still be the same person when that rat dies. Nothing in your life will have changed dramatically.
Well, it's, you know, still worth it, right? It's still your friend for 5 years.
Yeah, no, I do understand that now. I think now it's too late because I have a cat who would definitely kill
Your rat friend.
Rat friend, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, can you train a cat to understand that the rat has like personhood?
No. I had a dog with I still have a dog with a strong prey drive, but she doesn't have it anymore.
Yeah.
But it took her almost her entire life. It took her until she was like 13 to not care anymore. That was only a few years ago that she stopped caring. My cat is 3. Like, she's gonna live a long time. She's gonna care the whole time because she's a cat. And that means, you know, you can just never feel safe. You know, you can't leave home. The cat's you're gonna find a dead rat when you get home, and it'll be your beloved cat that did it.
Look what I did, meow.
You must be so happy, Meow. I did what you want me to do.
Da, 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 da.
Oh man. Oh man. Yeah, it's such a sweet little song, isn't it? You saved me from that terrible cat. Well, good luck. And then like a few seconds later, those guys come in and fucking kill you. They kick your face in. They didn't like the look of you. They hated King Graham and his hat. People in the chat are telling dead animal stories. Forgive me if I zone out. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Thingus. We have a jolly time on this. Are you in lava?
Yeah.
How are you able to do that?
Well, I mean, it hurts if you stand there too long.
You're like, ow.
Ow.
Ow. Lava. Never had a pet. Never had a pet. You never had a pet.
Never had a pet?
Never had a pet.
Who?
Our good friend Lopsy. Never had a pet. I think it's so special to have a pet. I hope someday you have a pet, or you know, if you want to, you give up some of your freedom to have a pet. You can't leave the house whenever you want for as long as you want anymore.
Yeah.
If you like to go on trips, or you like to just like crash at your friend's house for days at a time, pet's not gonna let you do that.
Yeah, like my cat is so intelligent. It's like a human. It's like if you leave him alone, he'll be like, "Meow," like, why'd you leave me? Like he has feelings. He like communicates.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's waiting for you. Pets are waiting for you. And you always know that when you leave the house, you know they're just waiting. Even when I'm working, I know they're just waiting. I'm upstairs working, and the cat will come up and try to rub on me, and I'll be like, pet, push off of the desk. And I have to do that because I don't have any other time to work. But they're just always waiting. They're waiting for your love, for your food. They're waiting to find out where you are.
Yeah,
and,
Heidi was waiting for food the whole time I was waiting for you.
Yes. Yeah, she waits all day. All she does is wait. She sleeps and waits. It's a dog's life. So you have a big responsibility to keep those animals stimulated and happy and feeling loved, and you have to be very concerned for their health, and you know, that means lots of sacrifices. But you know, it also it's hard to describe to somebody who hasn't experienced it. It's hard to describe the reward that you get from giving a part of yourself up. You just, like, no one will ever believe me if I try to tell them how rewarding it is to lose that freedom. And the fact is that freedom is quite rewarding too, maybe, if you know what to do with it. Some people have no pets, no children, and they use the shit out of their freedom. And I think that's an awesome way to live. But if you give up your freedom, you're not going to regret it either. You're gonna be so happy because you're gonna know what it is to be that to somebody. A pet thinks you're incredible. A pet thinks you're amazing. You know, they love you so much. You are their person. And, you know, maybe that's because they rely on you completely and you've enslaved them as domestic animals. Or maybe it's because they don't see the things that humans see in you. They see a friend, and they don't judge you for what you perceive as shortcomings in yourself at all. And that is a special relationship to have, you know, somebody who's just purely loving to you.
And dependent on you. Like when my cat ran away, I thought that he was like tired of me or something. Like he was like, he wanted to, like, I thought maybe he had found a new home and people were like feeding him, and he was like slowly getting to know these new people. And, you know, I'd given up hope thinking that like he, but like then when, you know, it turned out he was actually starving and he was all skinny and like had you know, was all dehydrated, like he needed attention.
Yeah.
It made me realize that he really does need me. He depends on me.
Yeah.
And you know, he's a capable like cat. He can hunt mice and stuff, but in the wild, he's like, you know, he starves on the street.
Oh yeah, and he definitely lost his way. He would have come back.
Yeah. Yeah, he wanted to be home.
Yeah. It's you know, it's incredibly painful to be responsible for someone and then like lose the ability to assure them that they'll be safe. You know, you can't do that, not fully, and that hurts. But at the same time, it makes you a braver person because you need to be strong for them. And I've actually found it's been quite beneficial to me to be that important to somebody, because
Yeah.
I find it helps me manage my own fears and dependent feelings. It makes me feel more like an adult because I need to be one. I'm not talking about adulting. I'm talking about the shit where some scary shit happens at night and you're the one who's not scared.
Yeah. Wow. You know, the dog jumps into your arms.
Yeah, Scooby-Doo.
Help! Jesus Christ!
Well, yeah, I got Heidi when I really needed somebody to be the brave one in my house. I was like, I'll do everything else. Just can you be brave when like there's a sound in the house? Can you throw your body at whatever the sound is? And she will. I don't think she would do it anymore. She's very old, but she's doing well. My dog's doing good. She's 16. She's almost 17. She'll be 17 if she makes it to the summer, and she's doing okay.
Shit. Did that Goron not? Did I not find a key after I saved that Goron?
Oh, I don't know.
Fuck.
Does anybody remember?
No. Well,
Would anyone have seen that?
Where it was?
Shit. Oh. Oh.
No, it wasn't here. That's where I need to go. I don't have the compass. That's making this really difficult.
Andrea Rizzu says they helped somebody find a lost cat recently.
Oh, that's nice.
That's really nice. What a good feeling that is.
Yeah.
To reunite someone with their pet. I once did that. I can't remember if I ever talked about it on the show. I found a dachshund one time.
Oh.
I was living in Portland, and I was out having lunch with a friend, like on a picnic table, and I saw the dog trying to cross a busy street that we were facing, and almost got hit by a car and ran back. So I just chased it. I just like got into traffic and crossed the street, and the cars had already slowed down. So I just like ran across.
Yeah. Wow.
And then she was hiding in a little ditch next to a parking lot. And she would not come to me. She was so scared. She'd just gotten honked at, like the cars and shit. I went back over to my lunch and I got like some chicken. I got like a taco with like cheesy chicken. And I went back over to the parking lot. She's still there. And I held it out to her so she could smell it. And she didn't move, but her mouth just started dripping with drool. Just a waterfall of drool. And eventually she became brave enough to come closer to me, and when she started to eat, I was able to pick her up.
Yeah.
And then I went back to my office, and me and my boyfriend like looked up a bunch of Craigslist ads until we found the one. It was Craigslist. People still used it for shit like this. I don't know if that's still true or not. Maybe they still do. I feel like Facebook has taken over. And when you lose a pet on Facebook, as you know, Joe, there's all kinds of like predatory like apps and shit that are trying to like contact you and like play on your desperation.
Yeah.
But in these days, it was just Craigslist, and I found the number. I found out her name was Marcy. And I'm sorry, I guess I'm doxing this situation a little bit.
You're doxing a dachshund! Oh.
Well, I'll never forget her name was Marcy.
Marcy! Well, it's fine. She's probably dead.
Yeah, no, it's been a long time. It's been I would say over 15 years at this point. But you never know when if another generation of Marcy is going. But I called, and like 9-year-old girl answered, and she was like, I was like, "Hey, is your mom there?" And she's like, "Mom, I don't know where my mom is. And then I was like, okay, well, I wanted to say that I found Marcy. And she's like, you found Marcy? And then she like screamed into the house. She was like, I found Marcy! Like just like, you know, a yelling house. Just a whole bunch of people yelling about Marcy. I found her. And then they were crying on the phone. They were so happy. Yeah. And then I gave them my address, and they came, like, you know, they came right over, and they drove 2 miles. Their house was 2 miles away.
Oh, the poor thing.
Yeah, and they came. It was a mom, 2 girls, and another dachshund. And Marcy had gotten out of their yard. She'd escaped, and oh my God, it was so sweet. It was so sweet. They gave me $100. I tried not to take it. They gave it to me anyway.
Get yourself some weenies.
But yeah, that's the time that I helped find a lost pet.
Oh. When they called me to say that they found Mecca, I was like, you found him? Because like it was months after I'd made the postings. Like somebody had called me and was like, oh, we found your cat, we Chinese and we ate your cat.
Jesus Christ, holy shit.
So like that's what I had to deal with when
oh my God,
I was looking for my cat.
That's like the worst thing I could imagine anybody doing.
Yep.
What you just...
It's like, how can you do that to someone who's lost their cat? There are also scammers who, like, you know, we're I don't know. That's probably why I get so many scam calls.
Oh my God. But like, that's not a scam. That's like some kid, right?
Yeah, it's just some stupid kid.
That's fucking unbelievable. Oh my God. But I was trying to help you, and on the app end, it was like you post on this site, and like the site has, you know, all kinds of premium tier shit that they want you to be interested in while you're looking for your pet. They privatize the lost pet industry. I mean, these ladies just like did it the established way. They took the cat to the vet, and the vet scanned the microchip.
Yeah.
They didn't fuck with the internet at all.
No, that's great. That, like, I mean, it probably didn't matter that I made postings, like, and put my phone number and name, like, it's
well, you're hoping, you know,
yeah.
And that's like, it's so fucking cruel to like take advantage of that hope.
Yeah.
And
like,
then like
I'm just like any time anyone calls, I want to pick up because I'm, you know, expecting, and like this was months before the cat was found. So when they called me, I asked if they could prove it. Yeah. Because I you know, had people mess with me before.
Right. Yeah, right. Because you were just like, you didn't want to get your hopes up again.
Yeah.
Holy shit. What a cruel world. It's hard out there for a little cat.
Yeah.
And the person who's missing him. But they were like a couple of ladies who had him in the yard, right?
Yeah, they gave him some food and water. I didn't ask if they also had cats, but they, you know, they were nice. They brought him to the vet, and yeah, like you told me to make sure that my info was updated on the microchip, and that's how we found him. That was how we
found him. Well, we were just trying as many things as possible, but like I think the microchip is still like the most reliable thing.
Yeah.
If you can catch the cat, then you can find out who he belongs to.
Yeah, I feel like he was probably reluctant to being caught.
Yeah.
But maybe he just liked those two ladies.
Yeah, they won his trust. They were feeding him for so long. Man, what a fucking world.
Yeah.
What a fucking world. You know, I was thinking about how I miss just like an auto mechanic with a shitty drawing of Fred Flintstone on the side of the building. I am already mourning the loss of shitty drawings by people who are not good at drawing, but they'll give it a shot. I think the world is going to be much poorer when people who suck at drawing aren't struggling to draw like the rest of us.
Yeah, I'm always trying to encourage people to draw, even if they don't draw.
It's still like them. It's still like, it looks like them.
Yeah. Oh my god, he ate all my stuff.
You know, the problem is like when people draw, they're like, what's my style, you know? And they don't allow the beautiful version of themselves to come out very easily. Children don't have that problem.
Yeah.
Children don't worry about, children immediately understand composition. They don't worry about laying out their drawing. They don't worry about getting the details right. They don't worry about whose style they're paying reference to.
Yeah.
Or
what characters they're using.
Yeah. They just draw. And as they become adults, they start to get too self-conscious to do that. They start getting hung up on the details. They start getting hung up on what people think of their drawings.
Yeah.
They start to think that, you know, they just don't have an innate talent, and they give up on it. And I really think that's a shame. And I think every time you see one of those, you know, shitty drawings of Fred Flintstone, you're seeing a guy who's like, yeah, I can do that. And we need people who do that. We need people who look at things they've never tried before and are like, oh yeah, I can do that. And do a like pretty good job of it.
Yeah.
Know? He painted Fred Flint. I knew it was Fred. I think, you know, I get to see a lot of that still because I live in Philly. There's a lot of old ass businesses here. But I think that's going to disappear. Just the way professional sign painting disappeared, amateur sign painting, and amateur drawings, shitty drawings of characters on the side of a truck. We're gonna lose that, and I think that's a big loss. I think that's a real shame.
Why? Because they're going to be replaced by, like, weird, realistic Fred Flintstone?
Yeah, it'll be just like an AI drawing of Fred.
Yeah.
Fred with, like, your t-shirt or your hat or what, like, your company brand on it.
Yeah.
I just think that whenever you see a bad drawing, you also see, like, 5,000 decisions. And when you see AI art, you don't see a single decision. The only decision you see is that they chose to make AI art.
There's like a little bit intention, but it's like an 8-bit computer and like an 8-bit brain, like making something pretty unimaginative usually. I mean, I'm not gonna say my AI art is better, really. I guess I feel like it's not for professional use. It's just for like bullshit. You know, I wouldn't recommend using Fred Flintstone for your company logo in general.
No, generally not a good idea. But you know, I mean, I'm hearing, like, I read some article this week about how you know, like how people in the games industry are faring with like bosses and managers who are really into AI. And you know, a complaint I've heard a lot is like, you've got a boss who can't write a fucking email anymore. And then another one I saw was an art director who does not have the ability to visualize a project before there's like some end result. So he sits at his, he sits at his art director desk, typing in prompts until he gets something resembling the thing he wants, and then he makes the team reverse engineer to resemble that thing that he prompted.
Yeah.
And that's not how an art department, that's not how concept, like pre-production works at all. It's like a completely different process with no center to it. Like you're sculpting the outside of something before anything inside. Yeah.
It's like every decision is data driven, like creative decisions. I don't know about you, but I look at the characters from Pal World and they look like they were designed by AI.
Oh yeah, no, I've never spent more than a second looking at that because it just looks like not real.
Yeah, it looks like you told ChatGPT to remix a Pokemon.
Yeah.
Make it an original Pokemon.
I'm not going to play an AI generated video game because I already struggle to see what the point of any of this shit is. Like, well, you have to create meaning in your simulation.
Well, I think Pal World is just like a Pokemon MMO, right? Or something.
I don't know anything about it except guns.
Well, I guess the idea is that it's a game that people want Nintendo to make, but they won't.
Right.
So they have to make it.
Yeah.
Just use Pokemon. I don't know. Just make it a fan game.
Well, yeah, but instead they made millions of dollars from it.
Where the fuck am I supposed to go?
Where does Dorf belong?
Also, where is Dorf from?
Oh, no, apparently, Pal World is more of a survival game, like Rust, Ark, or Valheim.
Rust, Ark, or Valheim?
I've never played any of that shit.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah, I don't care. It's but I know what you mean, that like I'm not interested in it because it actually, like, the art doesn't actually look real.
Yeah, like that's not real art, and a lot of anime already kind of looked like AI generated before AI. So like now you could just AI generate anime. Which was a mistake.
Oh yeah.
Anime, I mean.
Yes, absolutely. Anime was a mistake. Is that what Hayao Miyazaki said?
No, he didn't really say that.
No.
Well, he did, just not in those words.
Right, not in the ways that would piss people off. Yeah, I can't really deal with generic looking art. Even if it was made by a human, I can't deal with it. I only want bad art and good art.
I think what he really said was the industry is run by fads.
Oh, I see. Well, I mean, look, whatever he said, it's right.
Yeah. Did I not get the bow?
You don't think the creation of AI art ruins anything? No. I mean, Joe and I are pretty much with you on that one. I think we've ruled on this show a while back that, like, it does nothing to lessen the impact of real art. It can't hold a torch to real art, and anybody who feels and I'm not talking about job-wise, because a lot of people are losing their job for this bullshit, but anybody who feels personally threatened by what the machine can create should be worried, because that means they have not been able to distinguish themselves very well from the machine. And I think if you are in any sense, like, an artist who has something to say with their work, then you don't think for a second that the machine could do what you can do. And, like I said, a lot of people are mad about the fact that it's destroying jobs and, art jobs. And I think that's, like, incredibly legitimate to be mad about. Especially when it does such a shit job replacing them. But if you feel like you're personally going to go away because of this, then maybe you know, I don't know. You need to up your game a little bit. You need to like better understand what you have to say, what you've come to say with this. Why are you taking up people's time? Why is the AI competing for your time? I think, you know, there's two ways to look at it here: materially, and spiritually, right? Because I think, you know, we understand why AI is a material threat to us. But have we really reckoned with the ways in which AI is a spiritual threat to us? Oh yeah, somebody will always say that Miyazaki is a hack when the anime conversation comes up. That's funny. That's cute that you're saying that.
Well, if you were like him and you were like pushing the art form, then yeah, you should say he's a hack and that you've outgrown him and that you could do better. I mean, you know, I would love for someone to say that and then show their art and have him be just like Miyazaki in that way.
He would love that too. If somebody would step the fuck up and do something better than him.
Yeah, it's like, no. Okay, I guess I'm still in it.
Yeah.
You know, at 88 or whatever.
He's got to keep making movies because people refuse to replace him. Look, you're not gonna change the canonical impression of Miyazaki anytime soon. It's because he's alone. There's nobody doing what he's doing. And he's waiting for them to do it. And he's living too long waiting for them to do it. You don't need to prove it, but Osamu Tezuka was better. Well, yeah, he was better. He invented this shit. Of course he was better. Miyazaki ate his lunch.
Yeah, we're all disciples of Miyazaki, and Miyazaki is a disciple of Tezuka, and Tezuka is a disciple of Disney, and Disney is a disciple of Windsor McKay.
Fucking McKay. No respect.
No respect.
Ripped up without credit.
You turned my art form, which I invented, into a fucking business.
What a shame. He said that. How many years after he invented cartoons did he say that?
I don't know, like 10, 20?
Didn't take long.
I think it was the 20s, and he invented cartoons in like 1914 with Gertie the dinosaur.
Yes, Gertie the dinosaur, which within that cartoon, not only did he invent cartoons, but he put himself in it too. He combined live action. He did the Roger Rabbit shit immediately.
Yeah. No cells, no color.
No, just individual sheets of paper, all with the backgrounds on them.
Gertie eating that tree, it just makes me think about the tree that was used to make that.
Right, that's how much tree. and within the film, he's betting his friends like $5 that he can't do this, that he can't invent cartoons.
I just realized that Dorf doesn't have the bow and arrow because he didn't beat the forest temple. So
memories of our brother.
Yeah, he didn't get too far as an adult.
No.
Rip Dorf. He didn't get too far as an adult.
You don't think we should suck up to them? Well, all right. See, like, I feel like I keep skirting the edges of agreeing with what you're saying, but I also feel like the way you're framing it is as if you're sitting on the internet having discourse about it every day. You know, I just like, I don't think, like, in my daily life, the only people I see who give a fucking shit about whether Miyazaki or whoever or Osamu Tezuka are better, like, I don't see those people very often. They're under a rock. They're not at Acme. They're not at the grocery store. I'll tell you that. They're not at Acme. The fact that like someone at Acme would even know who the fuck Hayao Miyazaki is pretty miraculous. But I could definitely find someone, right? I could find someone who knows who he is.
Yeah.
And then I could find a lot of people who know his movies. Those movies are universal. They've reached people, what is it, 10,000 miles away? Across the entire ocean. They're just buying groceries, humming the little Totoro song in their heads. I don't think about who he's better or worse from, or worse than.
No, it's not about that.
This is we're like, talking about.
You can have favorites, but you know that's personal. That's a preference.
Yeah, we're talking about a lineage here. We're talking about a spirit that stays alive.
Yeah.
And lives through different people.
He was influential, like really influential. That doesn't make him better or worse.
Yeah. I think there's no sense in comparing things like that. Okay, so our little debater now is saying they don't care that much. Well, you've certainly pulled the strings tonight, haven't you? No, that's like you gave us things that we love to talk about.
I love saying these things.
Yeah, no, I will dispute things out of thin air when I'm on this show. It's really you know, it's like a soothing little exercise of smoothing out all your little wrinkles. Well, not smoothing them out, just feeling them. Just running your hand over the wrinkles in your brain.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, what I feel like what you and I, Joe, like about artists, about our favorite artists, is that each one individually is this continuation of what we see as spiritually correct and necessary in this world to like have the full experience of being alive. Somebody needs to be the one who is speaking the unspeakable things of our time. Painting things more real than reality.
Yeah.
You know, representing all of the human emotions through abstraction. Being horny in their work.
Yeah.
These are things that feel like eternity to me. What a great animation that is. The continuation of that spirit of speaking in this way is so important to me. Somebody either has that or they don't, and that's all there is to it. Once you cross a certain threshold, you're there. The answer is yes, and not everyone crosses that threshold, and I feel like at this point in my life, the line isn't blurry for me. If somebody's got it, I'm like, this person's got it. And if they don't, then, you know, there's a place in this world for them. But I don't find spiritual commune with them. That's all. Do I have it? Well, that's not for me to know, but I'm doing exactly what I want to do. I'm trying to do the thing that I think is tremendous and eternal about other people. And it's not for me to judge whether I succeed at that or not.
Who's better, Winsor McKay or me? If you love me. It's like, what do you mean my ideas aren't as tremendous as Windsor McKay's? What do you mean that his drawings are good? You didn't say my drawings are good.
I could draw them that big.
What do you mean he invented animation? Like,
Then you didn't like my jokes? I think, you know, it's part of the feeling of eternity of it all, that those who came first are more hallowed than the ones who are alive today.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah, hallowed.
Yeah. The dead gods.
I like this music.
Yeah, it's great. This music is really very clever. Yeah, no, people who are alive, like, you know, they're not done yet.
That fagged.
Yeah, that's so cool. Love it.
Yeah, I mean, you get no respect while you're dead either.
It's true. It's true. People forget things about you willfully. They erase your history. I mean, they're starting to, they're doing that more and more while people are alive. That's why you gotta watch it while you're alive.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think it matters anymore because it's like impossible for artists to make a living anymore. By and large, it seems really, really rough out there. Because all the technical jobs for artists are going away. At least for now. Maybe for a while. A lot of people in games are finding another career. If they can.
And Ralph Bakshi is like, why can't 4 or 5 guys just get together and make a damn film? You're millionaires.
Well, see, that's the thing that like is on the tip of my tongue, but I don't want to talk about, is that you can just be a crank all your life and make it work somehow.
Yeah.
That life is not for everybody. Otherwise, Bakshi's question would be easier to answer. Like, 5 guys get together and make a goddamn film. Whatever happened to that? Well, I don't know. I think that's just that. It's hard for me to understand, but that life is not for everyone. It's hard for me to understand. Not everyone wants to do that. And I think maybe...
No, it's risky. It's scary.
Yeah, and you know, you have to take responsibility if it sucks.
Yeah.
You gotta put yourself out there. You gotta be broke for long periods, and you have to like protect yourself. But it's better to protect yourself than to sign all of your work that you've ever made in your entire life over to somebody else.
Yeah.
I am quite grateful that I have a body of work that I completely own.
Oh yeah, that's great. That's what everybody needs, you know.
Yeah, I mean, if you have that, it's like, you know, the thing is, you have to figure out how to turn that into gold. People don't recognize that about it automatically. And it's harder to turn something into gold when you're not working with a company who's very good at doing that. So convincing people your work has value is harder. You know, no company marketing you, astroturfing the world with your shit. You just have to like get the word out like a crazy busker on the street that you're making something good over here. I don't know what that experience looks like today, but I'm not going to let that prevent me from talking about it. I think there are versions today that can still exist of people who are just going to like fucking do it because it turns out that like pursuing corporate work ultimately did not provide a more secure career.
No.
It's it's the sort of thing I doubted for many years. Like, it's not like I was assured in my own choices, but now, like, yeah, now you're I wish I had a big company paying me, don't we all? I've never made work for a big company for very long. I've done it a few times, and for like 6 to 9 months at a time. And some of it has been seen, and some of it has never been seen ever. And I tell people about it, and they're like, "What's it called?" And they've never heard of it before. And I spent 9 months on it. Not that you would know it, because I didn't put the finishing touches on anything. I did layouts. It's barely even drawing. Barely even animating. And it barely even was seen. I think about the stupid fucking arbitrary changes I made that the director wanted for clarity's sake that didn't actually make it clearer. And no one saw it anyway, so it doesn't matter. They could have left my thing in. And, maybe I get too much of an ego for that, but it just seemed pretty fucking pointless.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
The thing is, I don't actually think everyone feels the way that we do. I think Bakshi needs to know that. I think, like, plenty of people at my job liked it. Plenty of people at my job still do jobs like that. And, in fact, far more people than are doing that than doing what I'm doing. I never moved to LA, though it seems like one of those things where like a few factors could have made it happen. Like a few things went different and it would have happened.
Yeah.
That would have been a completely different life. I've thought about that for years, that could have happened. And I don't know.
That could have happened.
Yeah, and those would be like the jokes I was busy writing in LA right now instead of playing video games with you.
Yeah.
No, I have no regrets. I mean, a lot of my friends went to LA and made really cool shit, and like it there a lot.
Yeah. I mean, there's still a lot of potential.
Yeah. There's a lot of potential, and there's a lot of cool things to dream about. But I know plenty of people who, are struggling, who went out to LA years ago and are struggling now. And I feel like that easily could have been me.
Yeah. Yeah, it could have been both of us.
Yeah. What else should we talk about? Do any of you want to tell us about how your life could have gone, but it didn't? Something didn't happen and then your whole life changed or didn't change like it was going to. One thing's for sure. The one time that I was pretty confident I was going to get a job in LA, one of my front teeth, which is only like half there, it fell out when I was a kid, and I had it bonded back together. It's not my real tooth. It's like half fake.
Yeah.
It just like shattered in my mouth. It was like 20 years old. It like shattered in my mouth, and I went to the dentist, and they were like, we can rebond it, but what you really should have at this point is a porcelain casting that will last you like 25 years.
Yeah.
You shouldn't just be bonding this. This was like a temporary measure to begin with.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know, when they told me what it would cost $2,500. I was like, well, I definitely don't have $2,500, but I've been having meetings with people in LA who really, really seem like they want to hire me right now. So, at the dentist's office, I applied for one of those balloon interest rate credit cards because I was sure I would be able to pay it off before the interest rate grace period was over. So I got a $2,500 dental surgery because I figured I was moving to LA. This was the last time I tried to move to LA. After this, I did not entertain the idea anymore. Job didn't happen, and of course, I never heard no. I got the LA no, which is where they just stop talking to you after a while.
The LA no.
The LA no. And you have to find out from somebody else.
Why?
Because everybody's positive there. Everyone bullshits each other all the time. Oh, you haven't spent enough time pursuing these jobs. I'm jealous of you. So I was stuck with a $2,500 credit card bill, which within the next year I would not be able to pay off. I paid it, I was paying it like $50 a month for a while. So like by the end of the year, the interest rate ballooned, which is what it does. It collects interest the entire time, and it doesn't charge you to it as long as it doesn't charge you that rate as long as you pay the card down in a year. I didn't, so the interest rate ballooned. I had to pay. I now owed $1,000 more on it. And that continued until I got a letter from somebody who was representing a class action lawsuit against the credit card company. And they said, do you feel that you were tricked into signing up for this card? And I said, yes. And I checked the balance a few weeks later, and it was $0. And I never had to pay it. I mean, I paid the minimum for like a year, so I paid a little bit. Yeah, free tooth. It's a good one. That was 15 years ago, almost 15 years ago. Still going strong.
Something's wrong with this. The map doesn't work or something. I think it's glitched.
Oh no.
I'm so lost because the mini map isn't there.
Oh, this is the forest temple, I see. Are you looking for like the bow and arrow?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
I think I need it to go up there. This game looks great, especially on this TV.
Yeah, no, I owe so much to that class action law firm, for sure. They really did me a fucking solid with that one. I needed that money paid. But you know, that's life when you just, I don't want to say resign yourself, because I never resigned myself to doing my own stuff. It was always there for me when shit didn't work out, you know?
Yeah.
I'd finish a job and my comics would be there for me. And I'd get turned down for a job, or my pitch would not go over well, and or I had a meeting that went nowhere. All that shit would happen. All that shit would be uncertain, and my comic would be certain. I'd come back to that. I could draw that whenever I wanted, and people would check it out, and I could sell some books if I had to. And yeah, that's just been a constant. You just come back to your own shit.
Yeah, it's like really hard to fire yourself.
Yeah.
You're always like working on something, even when you're fired.
I do remember like years ago when we were all like being interviewed about webcomics and stuff, R. Stevens said that that webcomics were different from like working a job because like you'd need like 50,000 people to fire you. And it's funny that like after he said that, 10 years after he said that, it was possible for that to happen for like 10,000 people to instantly decide not to like be into your work anymore.
Yeah. You get like waves of people losing Patreon supporters and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like that's getting fired by everyone.
Or like Steam review bombed. Yeah. People feel like they can do that. People feel like they are the manager. They didn't feel that way before, before like, I don't know, these kind of early years of, internet indie energy.
Well, yeah, more people got online and the overall IQ has dropped, and like the overall humanity has dropped because there's so many just like bots and shit.
Yeah, for sure. I was watching Anthony Fantano was talking about like the idea that music discourse has like pretty much disappeared. Like I remember the kind of discourse he's talking about, like when there were like all these meaningful publications talking about indie music and reviewing them in depth and discussing their significance and arguing about it, like Crank's arguing about video games, and he wasn't totally rosy about it, but he was talking about this idea that what we have today is like people who are like super fans of music, and they are what is dominant. They're the dominant energy on social media, and you're not actually like even allowed to have critical opinions of these. Like you risk your life by having critical opinions about these musicians, and it's not like that's even like what's interesting about music right now is like discourse around these fucking number one acts. That's not where the innovation is happening. There's not really a healthy community of people talking about music that is not just making money but significant in its time.
So lost. They both have a fucking spider. I think that's the entrance. Is this where I need to go? This the right spider? There's sorry, were you still talking?
Oh no, go ahead.
I was gonna say there's a Twitch channel I like that has like gameplay videos of N64 games called Pixel Station 64. And like the way they play through the games is like they do everything that's like the way you would have played it the first time. So like it shows you the entire game, like if you're kind of like, if you die there then they die there, and like you can kind of tell that they've played it because they get through it kind of fast, but they still like experience it like as if like you were playing it to experience the whole game like you hadn't played it before.
That's cool.
Yeah, I really like it. It's good ambient noise to have just like N64 gameplay.
Yeah.
It's like, I feel like this is the case with a lot of like TikTok videos too. There's like something to look at while you're listening to something else. It's like I sometimes just like fixate on the game while having a conversation with somebody or like doing something else, like listening to a video.
What was it called? What was the channel called?
Pixel Station 64.
The people in the chat are interested. Hello, xfire.exe or xfire_exe. Thingus. Welcome. Not dingus. We don't dingus here. It's
Hey,
dingus.
Dingus. Found your Twitch. Think you're a streamer? Do you even riz? Okay, so I already got that. Lost. If I find the compass, it's not even gonna help if the map is still like glitched invisible. My God, Dorf is doomed.
Charles Thingus.
Charles Thingus, founder.
Yeah, no, that's the founder. The founder of Charles Thingus does sound like the founder of Thingus.
You know, the Charles M. Thingus.
Well, yeah, he came to this land and transformed it into the kingdom it is today.
Kingus.
He became Kingus.
It's Kingus.
These dogs, like, their sounds are a little too realistic.
Well, I can't really do that. Why is it working here?
I don't know.
It's like when I hit the L button, nothing happened. It just made that sound.
I wonder if this poor old game is glitching out on you.
It is, like with the, you know, this was glitching. Oh wait, it's not glitched anymore.
It resolved.
Oh, also, why did I drink all the milk? So stupid.
Uh-oh.
I was like, what's this? What's this? What's this? I drank all of the milk I had.
Yeah, this is the milk I had. This is an old game that our brother played in the 90s. Joe's trying to finish it.
My brother. Drank all of the milk.
Yeah, no, it was him.
Milk I had. Yeah, it was him. But yeah, like these things are fatiguing me on this game. Do you want to switch it up?
Yeah, no. Let's put on another Zelda.
Okay, yeah, let's put on Zelda 2. Do we have it?
Yeah.
Oh!
Do you want to turn this game off?
Yeah. Oh, wait. Let's save. No, I didn't actually save it.
Uh-oh.
It's fine. Here. Oh no, it's tangled.
All right. I'll play a little until I can't take it anymore and I go here. Oh, it's me.
Mare.
Let's see where I've been. Probably not very far. Oh, I can't check. You can't check your stats while you're just out on the world. I don't look very leveled. I might not even have like the experience pouch from here. Oh. I got this. Do I have
But yeah, we wanted to talk about like Looney Tunes and like that scene where he's basically trying to win an Oscar. He's like, Elmer Fudd decides no more wabbits. He's like, you can't do this to me, Doc.
Right, and there's like sad music playing.
We were like Robin Costello, Damon and Runyon, Stan and Laurel.
It's Error, guys.
It's Error, famous guy. He's not an Error, that's his name.
No, he is Error. Wait, what do I need? Oh, our trophy. All this town cares about is a trophy. That's...
But yeah, like, I was watching a video about Looney Tunes, and it mentioned that, like, near the end of his career with Warner Brothers, Chuck Jones was trying to win a lot of Oscars with his shorts.
Ah. So he was doing the shit that Bob Clampett is making fun of.
Yes.
Did I already go in here? I can't remember. I got the lamp.
Yeah,
though.
that one was Bob Clampett with the big snooze.
You can't do this to me, Doc. Please.
Yeah, like I was freeze framing that. It is so funny. Those drawings are amazing. It's like I was freeze framing it, and like one of the freeze frames was like a famous screenshot meme, and it's like, oh, this is where that comes from.
Oh yeah.
It's like all of these drawings could be memes because they're all so funny.
Yeah, no, they're so hilarious. He's the master at grotesquerie.
Yeah, everything's like dripping. It's like
Tactile.
Elmer like bangs his head, and then like he like drips down, and like his ass has no butt cheeks, and his legs are just like together. And this grass skirt just like falls onto him.
He's pathetic. He calls himself a man.
Well, he tries to back out of it because he wasn't succeeding. He's like, no more wabbits, no more contact with Mr. Warner.
Was Error a funny thing when we were kids? Absolutely. Everyone thought I Am Error is funny.
I am Error.
I Am Error. Doesn't get much funnier than that. We could have sat around that and laughed for hours. Sat around the old hearth.
Yeah, like we're still laughing. It's like, what, he just have an error while saying something? It's like my name is dies. My name is.
Right, that's what they say in Wolfenstein 3D. When
Yeah, my name is.
My name is some fucking dead Nazi with no name. Oh, I should have used a shield in here.
But you know,
Select button.
I feel like we didn't get into LA and we didn't try to like win little awards or anything. You know,
Select button's not working.
fuck.
Can't do magic. No.
Where's the replacement? I think it's over there on that. Here, I could do it. Why is it on that?
Why is on what?
Why is it like this? It's all tangled.
Oh, I kind of like traveled with it. Sorry. Thank you.
No, like, there was always, like, those fucking Looney Tunes that we made fun of, like...
Oh, yeah, like the shitty ones that were just trying to get a fucking award,
there
right?
there were just too many, like, references to Hollywood. Like, how many times do you need to do, like, a Bing Crosby chicken that, like, makes other chickens lay eggs because he, like, sings to them?
Am I doing something wrong? I can't do it here either. Maybe I don't have enough, I mean, there is, like, nothing funnier than the Bing Crosby chicken making chickens lay eggs.
Disgusting.
When my dreamboat comes home.
Oh, but like, I was watching a Looney Tunes video, and like, the way that like they just like get a character that like does something like Porky, and then they use it again and again until it's just not like doing anything anymore, and then like they move on to the next thing.
They exhaust it. Like
trying different gimmicks.
Right. Like I think we can do more jokes about Bing Crosby as a chicken. I don't think we've completely milked this teat yet.
Well, that's what it feels like when they bring any Looney Tunes back. It's like, what were they thinking back then? We'll never actually know.
All right. Oh, there we go. Okay. Well, it's a good thing I didn't use all my shield magic because I needed to do that.
Well, you get like magic power-ups.
Oh, right. Yes. Oh, too bad I don't have any way to heal. Oh. Ah! I gotta use magic just to... No. She doesn't restore my magic right now.
No, but yeah, like, you know, Bob Clampett, genius, but, you know, tricky bitch, I guess. He made a lot of really stereotypical shit.
Oh, totally. Totally. I mean, if you were making cartoons in those days, you thought that shit was hilarious.
Yeah.
And it's true. There's a reason we can't watch every single Bob Clampett cartoon and laugh now. And that's a shame.
It's also very dated in other ways, like the fucking, I don't even know who that other chicken is supposed to be. He's like, boys, 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 all of them boys.
Oh, right. Wait, is that like Jimmy Stewart?
Is that who that is?
I don't know. I don't remember the character well enough.
Yeah, it's a character they use in a lot of those cartoons, like the Hollywood people. I mean, you know, those jokes were hilarious, but like they refined those over time.
Wait, is that like Jimmy Stewart's like the guy who's like $50?
Is that supposed to be a character, the same guy?
I think so. I don't remember.
Yeah, all of this is like, what's the word? It's incomprehensible to us. It's like we see the patterns, but it's like hieroglyphics.
Oh yeah, because I mean that's all it is now. It's a historical document. It doesn't give us anything to the present. I mean that's like nobody should think that like because we talk about this old shit all the time that it should not be replaced by new shit. I desperately want this old shit to be replaced by new shit. It is a failure on our part not to do so.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean there aren't great artists making great work. It's hard to compare to it's hard to compare to what they did because they had the backing of a studio to do it. But
they also weren't owned by the studio, or like they weren't that tied to them like that. Like they had like a separation between them and Warner Brothers.
I mean,
and when they bought the studio, things changed.
Wait, is that so? When Warner Brothers bought Termite Terrace?
Yeah, like when they moved them out to like where they were.
I see. I'm actually not familiar with the story there.
Yeah, just piecing it together through videos.
They were a little more freewheeling. And when did Warner Brothers buy the studio? Nice.
It was like in the 60s.
I see. Oh wow. I did not realize that they were like a free entity until then.
Well, maybe not a free entity, but like, yeah, like I am shaky on the details. I feel like they had Schlesinger who gave them more control, and like he was not as, he was hands off, I guess, about it. And when Schlesinger left, that changed.
I see. I mean, they did nothing but shit in the 60s.
It was bad. And then they did that for like the entirety of the 60s.
Yeah.
And then by the end, it was just like dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Warner Brothers 7 Arts. That intro that freaks you out. That 60s intro.
Do you have a sound of children screaming? You found my mirror. Follow me.
Yeah, like I feel like the early Looney Tunes has some bad ones, and then the late Looney Tunes have some bad ones.
Yeah.
And there's like a core.
Yeah, they hit their stride.
Well, like, yeah, like in the video they were saying that for a long time they were trying to copy Disney and like, go for realism and like have dopey characters dancing around. Nibbles the mouse was like a sort of an attempt to compete with what Disney was doing with like little cute characters.
Yeah, well, Chuck Jones often attributes that character, like the nature of that character, to the feeling he had when he was starting out as a director. How winsome and wanting to please he was.
Yeah,
he's not confident. It is kind of perfect. He was speaking his truth through that character, but it's not actually a truth anybody really remembers. Although I do think that the cartoon where Nibbles gets drunk and talks to that shaver is really, really cute.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I think it's like he still did that for the rest of his career with like really cute, sad-looking characters, but he used that for the benefit of comedy.
Yes.
He made it funnier that they were like scared and winsome, Daffy looking really sad and like vulnerable, and then beating up Elmer with all the dirty tricks that you're not supposed to do. You mean I can't do this and that and one of these? please? Yeah, filled with righteous indignation.
The dead duck that he shot.
Yeah, like that's just so cool to like see the characters and the directors maturing as the film is changing from black and white to color.
Yeah.
It's like at the end of the black and white era, they'd already hit their stride.
Yeah.
And like yeah, like there were some that I found out there were some that were recolored, and some of them were really bad. They look like shit.
Yeah, the recolored ones never look good. I like those old cartoons about like the day the toys came alive. Like I like those in black and white.
Yeah. There's the one with like Daffy and the like weasel guy and the wolf or fox or whatever.
Yeah.
And the beans.
The beans.
That one is in black and white, and they recolored it.
Like the one with like beans, beans, beans.
Beans for lunch, beans for dinner. Always it's beans. I mean, they're lucky to have that many beans.
That's right. Just a decade later, Mickey and Donald and Goofy were sharing one bean. Things got worse. Well, I think we gotta hunker down for that. I think, you know, a lot of what I see is invention, you know, the foundational knowledge of these forms. I think we're coming up to a need to find them again. And I think, you know, AI is creating that need. Because I've been thinking about how when photography came around, that was when all of the etching, the photorealistic etching artists lost their jobs. Suddenly magazines didn't want their illustrations. Cute! Wake up.
Yeah, like that's a really specialized career that goes away in 1/64th of a second.
Yep. And what those etchers needed to do was figure out how to draw some fucking comics. And they did. And it was great. And I think that's what's on the horizon right now. I think what AI is going to do is force people out of a little bit of a slumber here to really make work that is life-affirming. Because anything short of that is not going to be worth it anymore.
Yeah, I wonder about computer graphics, because AI could potentially make a lot of what computer graphics artists do obsolete. I would love to see them think sideways and make computer graphics that's not necessarily something that an AI is capable of doing, or, you know, it could only reproduce it. It couldn't come up with it. I feel like we haven't really explored it that much. It was just invented like 50 years ago.
Yeah. No, I think people are going to stretch out a little bit and use their imaginations. I think so. There's going to be more. I think there's going to be more hacking.
Yeah.
More piracy. We're slipping into another Matrix era right now, and people are going to learn how to be defiant in all new ways. And I know people said this when the first Trump era went down, but that was, I think, a very creatively unfulfilling time.
Yeah.
But to me, you know, in that age, I didn't believe that the art was going to be awesome, because I didn't see art being awesome already. You know, like I felt like a lot of what I saw when I looked around was pretty dickless at that point. And I didn't think all these, oh my God, fuckers. I didn't think that these people who've been whining on the internet instead of making good personal art for the last few years were suddenly going to get good at it.
Suddenly got good.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
Suddenly got good.
Good at it. Yeah, right.
I'm good now. I'm good. It's good, guys, I swear.
I'm good 'cause the president is bad and I'm addicted to the internet and forever. Ah! No!
Yeah, how can someone that addicted to instant gratification make something good?
No!
I made an allegory of Trump.
Yeah, no. Yeah. How often did that fucking happen? Like, yeah, no, that's what really equipped you to make your best work ever, right? Being mad at Trump on Twitter all day of his every day of his presidency for 4 fucking years.
Yeah, like put your Trump caricature in your Dr. Seuss thing, Ellen DeGeneres.
Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, great art, guys. Great art of the Trump era. Great job. Well, now...
President bad.
Like, I'm sorry to say, we all know who the greatest artist of the Trump era was.
Drill.
Yeah. You're right. I was going to say it's Trump, but...
Yeah.
Because he was the art that we cared about. His tweets, we cared about.
I was close.
Drill is a pretty good replacement for Trump without actually being him and being president.
He's our guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he's the people's Trump. But nothing could compare. We were completely captive when Trump was president. Everyone was paying attention to him, making fan art of what he said and did.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that this was a good period of art. It was a very fucking bad period of art. But nobody was doing it like Trump in those years. And I don't know. I mean, I think it's probably that the life in America is worse the second time around. But I think also like people's attitudes have changed. And I'm not talking about how DEI is over. I think by and large artists were not desperate to go backwards in that regard. But I think everybody is a little more confident in what they actually want now. I think a lot of people were not as distrustful of tech during the first Trump era. I think it's been helpful for us to all realize how much tech wants to kill us. Oh, I don't have enough.
You don't have enough. You need more potion.
I think I can do it. Yeah, I didn't want the long range anyway. Nice. Didn't want it. I don't know. We've been working on a pivot to, I don't know, some sort of collective imagination. I feel it's we're on the precipice of something, or maybe it's happening right now and I'm not totally aware of it. But I feel like the times are ripe again for people to really affirm what it is to live through their work. I think life has never seemed so precious to us, and that we're gonna create like we mean that. Oh shit! God damn it! I'm so scared. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm so scared. Oh my god! I'm so scared. I don't have a chance. I'm going to die. I'm dead.
God.
No! I was so damn close. Fuck! I was there. I had him. Well, that's that for Zelda 2. What now?
What now?
Oh, actually, we've got 15 minutes.
Okay, one more game.
One more game. We need a good communist party in America. Yeah, no, we don't have that. We don't have a left in America. There's no left. There are people who are members of the DSA. That's all. That's the entire American left. Hooray. There's no left in America. This is a...
I summed up the political situation with the, like, flyers, right? That, like, it said, communism, get organized, and then somebody wrote on it, communism has never worked! And then somebody ripped that off, and then it was replaced with a dog smoking weed.
You're absolutely right. That's where we're at, everyone.
That's where we're at. It's the dog smoking weed. I mean, the dog smoking weed is the real deep state. It's like all of the infrastructures of the world are the dogs smoking weed.
Well, I think just everybody who, you know, believed in an American left, believed in the existence of an American left, was told decisively that it's not that leftist ideas don't exist in this country. I think the majority of Americans, if you ask them about it a certain way, a majority approve of any sort of universal health care in America. Yeah. If this was a matter of voting for it, then it would have the support. But nothing like that would ever be brought to a vote in America. And you're not going to get Americans to abandon their political parties to vote. So you're never going to organize them for an umbrella of leftist causes. That's not going to happen. Americans are thoroughly disgusted with the thought of leftism. This is a conservative country. We don't have anything resembling the leftist parties that like are part of a government. And I don't know. I'm assuming the country that you live in. We don't have that. We have one Democrat who is an independent, but like ran for president as a Democrat. We have one senator who is an independent who is beloved. And he's the only one we get. And he would be considered just a liberal in your country. He's all we have here. And yeah, Americans aren't getting much smarter either. So yeah, we're all just dogs smoking weed at this point because life's short and we're not going to build communism in America anytime in our lifetime.
Well, just that the answer is on a different level. It's like maybe you smoked so much weed that you became a dog.
That you just became like id. Like
it's like, what if instead of having a government, you just like use technology to turn your body into a swarm of flies? Like, what government are they? They can't ticket you or like send you to jail if you're just like a swarm of little beetles or something.
Mm-hmm. No, they can't. So that's why aren't we focusing on that?
Well, just that I'm just saying that like technology moves faster, and like people's ideas go beyond, and like you know, like there's even this, you know, there's so much more conversation online than just like on this stupid flyer where someone wrote communism has never worked. Like we can settle these things. We can have AI settle these things.
Oh my God.
Well, but only because it like forms a consensus.
Right.
Well, you know, we rule on things, so you have to personally rule on things in your life so that AI can tell you what's what.
No, and I mean, you can't really be pigeonholed into like, I mean, you know, it would be nice to consolidate power by consolidating into a party of collective beliefs, of collective ideologies that had some power and influence. But you say these parties are built from the ground up. I know it's tough, though. Yeah, you're going to get your head kicked in by a cop if you try that shit. That's what it's like here. They'll deport anyone. I mean, you don't even have to, like, protest the genocide right now to get deported. You get your head kicked in. They've beaten us down, and they have for quite a few decades at this point. And nobody feels like there's a prophecy to fulfill. I think a lot of people feel like America is a crumbling empire and that we need to just, like, live the best possible lives we can while it burns to the ground.
The people wait.
The people wait.
Their only hope.
Yeah, that's all of us. That's all of us right now. Waiting for another
4 warriors to arrive.
Yeah, to pop each one of them.
To pop each one of them?
Yeah, all the guys we hate. Pop, 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 pop.
Warriors who go to Guantanamo Bay for the rest of their lives.
Oh, they'll go to El Salvador.
Yeah.
Yes, that is no. You're gonna get executed for treason. You're gonna they're gonna get the death penalty for you. Don't come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
Oh man. Yeah. Not to end the show on this note. Thanks for suggesting I build a party from the ground up. It's I'm not hopeless. But I think we're the baddies, and you know, there was no, like, building a political party and building support when the Nazis were in charge. Just had to fucking kill them somehow. But
well, you know, if you were, like, in, like, the underground resistance in occupied France, then you'd probably be given some military power once the Allies arrived, right?
Then you gotta count on the Allies arriving.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's hope for you.
Are we the Allies?
Oh boy. Well, I do want to hope. I do. I don't want to be pessimistic. I've got a kid to raise.
We have to think about the world that we want to make and live in.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm you know, I'm doing what I can, what I'm good at, what I'm able to do, which to me is like, I'm raising a kid. I'm trying to raise a real good guy. And and I'm making things that I hope will give people comfort, and clarity and communion,
understanding.
Yeah. Because, you know, I can say a lot of what I wish with all my heart in that, and it's got a better chance of somebody hearing it than if I just, I don't know, tweeted it out, wrote it in a chat room, or, no offense, guys.
Go ahead, tweet it out. It's like the guy from Cartoon All-Stars to the Rescue. He's like a cloud of purple smoke is like telling you to tweet. Yeah, that'd be a funny tweet, man. It's like, no, I said I was gonna hold on to this joke until my game was finished 2 years from now. Nah, you want people to hear it now. Just go for it, man. It'll be a funny tweet.
Oh,
terrible drug.
Fuck. Like, how many great ideas just lost to social media?
Well, yeah, uncountable. I don't know. I haven't read my old tweets. There's probably millions of jokes there, like that I probably would have done better to like put in videos.
And somebody would just hold it in a little object for the rest of their life if you did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's really like something we should all aspire to do at this point, is hold on to what's ours and the things that we actually do have to say, that we believe in, that we want to see in the world, that we see in the world and we want to show people the way we see it. You know, I don't necessarily think it's morally good or bad to make art, but I think it is fully human and alive and living in the moment and denying the death and despair of the moment. I think when we make things like that, we are doing them in defiance of death and decay and impermanence. We're making something that can outlast us. We can make something that goes beyond us, and you know, our mortal bodies and our individual selves. We can connect with other people and feel alive in the time that we lived. And what better thing to do with your life than feel alive? That's what I think.
Yeah, you need confidence in yourself. You can't just like copy Chuck Jones's style forever. You have to like do something that only you can do. That's going, you know, that's actually elevating the art form. Even if it doesn't look that good, like a bad drawing of Fred Flintstone on an auto shop, you have to do it yourself. That way you learn what you did differently.
Well, I think it might be a mistake for people to look at their art and say, what is unique about me? Because I don't actually think it's up to us to like determine that. I think what we should be saying is, what is universal about me?
Yeah.
What about me is something that everybody else also understands. I'm going to say it to them without any pretense. And in doing so, I will develop my own voice. It will be unique because I just did it confidently. That's the only reason. And I mean, you know, you can also like totally rip somebody else's style off while you're doing that and it won't even matter. Because ultimately you're going to, if you do something capably and confidently, and you say something that people recognize as universal truth that they have never seen said quite that way before, because you said it, and for no other reason, for no other affectation that you put on your work, for the mere fact that you're the one who said it, people are going to look at it like this little crystal that they've never seen this facet of before, and that's the one that they're going to see. It's you do people an amazing thing. Like, you know, you connect amazingly with another person when you are the version of an idea that they recognize. Because you're speaking their language. Or you just got to them when they needed to hear it. And you're like all out in the fucking stars together, writing each other's stories. Like, just like writing them across the galaxy. I don't despair for humanity. I mean, I do. I mourn the loss of our world, and what we do to each other. But I don't despair for the idea that humans are going to stop being curious and horny. My two favorite things. I feel pretty good that that's going to continue and that they're going to express those things simultaneously. They're going to express love through their work and through the way they portray others. They're gonna make a little sunshine. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
That's what I'm out there looking for.
Yeah. Make hay while the sun is shining.
Yeah. I saw some sun today.
Yeah.
I made some hay.
Yeah.
Did you? All right, I think we're gonna call it a night. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you next time.